I really love that music, Tony, don't you?
Now, I'm not going to find this here.
What are you looking for?
Shan't know till I find it.
But,
Got to go further afield.
Tony?
Just going to change. Back soon.
I thought we were supposed to be looking at the gallery next. Oh, well, we better go and see where he's going.
And what I found was this, some tree trunks. Here, this end, looks perfectly all right. Birch, by the look of it. Bark, wood, but here, very badly burnt all along there. And it's this bit of burning that's so interesting. And then we get the actual wood eaten into by the fire, which makes a whole lot of sort of little rivulet patterns, indentations. And here's a bit of it. And we get a gloss. And really, I think that would be rather a nice thing to draw. So, we found our vegetable. Now let's go and find the mineral. There's been a path here for ages and ages, used, of course, by the village people to cross over the heath. And obviously someone at some time has put down stones to make the going easier. Flint stones. Not a particularly interesting one, that. Oh, that is. Do you know about flint stones? It's ordinary stone, but sometimes when they break, you see something looking like glass on it. That's silicon, and it makes it a very much more interesting stone. There's a rather nice story I've got about a flint stone, but I won't tell it to you now. We'll wait till we get back. So, here we are. We've got our vegetable and our mineral. We'll take them back to the studio and see what we can do about drawing them.
Oh, I'm really looking forward to hearing that story. Tony?
Hmm?
Tony?
Well, I wonder where Margot's going. Oh, well, here's our piece of burnt wood, ready for drawing. I'm going to try and make a realistic drawing of it, using, first of all, black permanent marker. And as with most things like this, I'm not going to even attempt a slavish copy of exactly what there is here. That wouldn't be really worth doing. But to get the general impression of a piece of wood like this when it does get burnt, the first thing we see, of course, are all those indentations where the fire has been at the wood. And they produce lines very much like this, all the way across it. Then they go in another direction too, so in a funny sort of way, it looks almost like tortoise shell, you know, with bits breaking up into little squares, like that. Much darker down here. I think that's more or less all I wish to do with the marker, because what I really want to do now is to get some sort of texture, that sort of shine that you get on the wood because it is burnt. And I'm using our old friend candle wax. And as you can see, I'm not being very delicate with it, and I'm going all over everything, because now I can use a brush with black ink, and by going into where I have drawn and trying to keep the ink within there, you can see exactly what's happening, because you know this process very well. But it is ideal for getting the effect that we want. There it is. It's as simple as that. Okay, now we shall have a go at that flint stone. You can go away, and we'll bring you in here. Ah, yes, of course, the flint stone and the story. Well, the story is that an artist called Frank Hampson, 25 years ago I was working with him, and he was drawing for a very well-known comic at the time. And he drew the most wonderful illustrations to space fiction stories. Oh, wonderful things with great characters in them. And the storyline went that there was an asteroid hanging about in space, you know, like some colossal great stone up in the sky. And he had to draw it, naturally, because spaceships and things were going past it or going to it or something or other. And he didn't know what an asteroid looked like. And he was out walking one afternoon, just as I was walking in that bit of film. And he stumbled across a flintstone, and he thought it looked so lovely, he thought, that's it, I shall use this as the basis for my asteroid. And that's exactly what he did. And what I've been doing is drawing this flintstone using just one colour to get the sort of facets and linear quality of what I want to draw. And I'm now going to turn to another colour and start filling in where I see this colour in my piece of stone. Now, you may not be seeing exactly the same view, but that doesn't matter in the least. Now, I'm going to build up all the colours that I can see in this stone. From my outline, putting on the lighter colours, like this one, then going on, because I can see lovely patches of orange here and there in the stone. It's very evident there and down here, not so much up there. And there's an awful lot of dark colour in here too. Now, this looks very linear at the moment, very liney. Don't worry, we're going to put that right. Because of the light here in my studio, it's showing to be very dark down on this part of my stone, so I'm getting a lot more black down here. Very dark up here too. Now, clean water. And let's pull these colours together a bit. That is a dark area. It is there and here. It is immediately starting to look much more solid, isn't it? See, with this combination of colours, we're getting just the right colour and definition that we need. Nearly done this. I think I shall spoil it if I go on too long. So there we are. That could be an asteroid, couldn't it? Hanging about in space.